Hey everyone, this is Bridgette Raes and I'm back with another stylish tip for you this week. And this week I want to talk about dressing for success and why I think it doesn't work. Dress for success is a very well-known term. I think it's something that gets used so liberally because it rhymes, it sounds great, the concept is great in theory, but it really doesn't work. And I'm going to tell you why. First, I want to talk about the importance of image and style, especially in the workplace. There have been studies done that show that the number one way we're perceived by people is based on our nonverbal communication. And nonverbal communication includes body language as well as image, or what we wear. So it's the strongest form of communication that we have, which proves that what you're wearing to work or what you're wearing in your life says a lot about how you're perceived by others. Here's another really interesting statistic about first impressions that I think you should know about if you don't know already. I believe this is a Harvard University statistic, and we all know that you have a few seconds to make a first impression. But did you know that if you make a bad first impression, that you have to make 6 subsequent positive impressions with that person before they change their opinion of you? And in life, rarely do we have that type of opportunity. We don't have the opportunities to interact with someone 6 more times to have them change their opinion of us. So obviously getting it right the first time is really important. So why do I think dress for success doesn't work? Well, here's the thing about dress for success. When especially women think about it, we immediately think about, well, what's the right thing to do? What should I be wearing? And unfortunately, with that mindset, a lot of women rule themselves out of the equation. And instead of looking at how do others perceive me, I want you to ask yourself, how do I perceive myself? What I really believe is that unless you feel something about yourself, nobody else is ever going to get it. So you may dress in a way that's appropriate for success, but if you go to work not feeling powerful or confident, secure with yourself and your capabilities, then you're not going to convince anyone else, no matter what you're wearing. So I want to be clear that every office and every workplace has its own dress code. And in no way am I suggesting that you go to work in sweatpants next week because, well, you feel powerful in them. It's all about finding the appropriate things to wear within the parameters of what's acceptable in your place of work. So, but it's important to know what exactly it is that you want to communicate to your coworkers or people in your life. So I call this coming up with your buzzwords. What are buzzwords? Buzzwords are words that you describe, that you use to describe how you want to feel in what you are wearing. If you've ever noticed that when you're wearing something you feel really good in, your body language changes, how you interact with the world changes, how you engage with life changes. And what I really believe is once our perception of ourselves changes to something positive, the world around us changes. So it's all about knowing what your buzzwords are. And they can be different every day. You may have a sales meeting one day and you want to express certain buzzwords to describe what that meeting is going to be, how you want to be in that meeting. Obviously, your buzzwords on a date with your husband are going to be different, or with your children. It's all about knowing what it is that you want to communicate. And when you get dressed, if you're not feeling those particular words, and usually there's 3, you're not going to fool anyone. Nobody's ever going to get it, or you may fool them for a little while. Or worse, you may find that you have to overcompensate when your outer appearance does not match what you want to communicate. And I've had that happen many times with clients where they are powerful at work, they are strong, they get things done, but they also have to work twice as hard, because when I ask them if they feel that their outer appearance and their style and their image is reflective of how capable they are, they realize that there's no alignment there. And that by just changing the outer appearance, they can actually work less. They can actually put less effort towards proving to everyone how capable they are. So this is why, if your most powerful and strongest form of communication in this world is your outer appearance and how you present yourself to the world, if it is the most important thing, then obviously knowing your own buzzwords and knowing how to portray that and to give that off to others is going to be the difference as to whether or not people get who you are, what your goals are, and whether or not you're dressing for success. Well, that's my tip this week. Stay tuned for next week for another stylish tip. If you have any questions, you can visit my website, BridgetteRaes.com. Ask me a question there. You can also find me on Facebook, Facebook.com/Bridgette Raes Style Expert. Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, at Bridgette Raes, all social media channels, you can find me there. It's always great to touch base with you, and I'll see you next week.